40 inch. Hey, yo,
live?
we're live.
Oh, you're live?
Chill out. You can't
live?
play this monkey shit.
Think you're live?
Nope.
Let's just end the stream.
What the fuck? Why is the camera fucked up?
That's great, Mario. It's your assignment for Wednesday. Mario, Wednesday assignment.
There we go.
Mario. Wednesday is assignment versus taking. Imagine somebody's like, oh, I was absent Wednesday. It's you were absent. No.
Yo, Matt. Yo, please go check out the stream, bro.
Is that your channel?
Yeah.
What is it? Shiesty?
Yeah, go.
What is that? No, it's not. Why are you? Wait, you're actually live? It's not. You were absent. No.
Yo, please, bro. I need the money. Yo, Matt. Yo, please go check out the stream, bro.
Is that your channel?
Yeah.
What is it? Shiesty?
Yeah, go.
What is that? No, it's not. Why are you? Wait, you're actually live? It's not. You were absent. No.
Let me see. Yo, please, bro. I need the money. Matt. Yo, please go check out the stream, bro.
Is that your channel?
Yeah.
What is it? Shiesty?
Yeah, go.
What is that? No, it's not. Why are you? Wait, you're actually live? It's not. You were absent. No.
Let me see. Yo, please, bro. I need the money. Matt. Yo, please go check out the stream, bro.
Is that your channel?
Yeah.
What is it? Shiesty?
Yeah, go.
What is that? No, it's not. Why are you? Wait, you're actually live? It's not. You were absent. No.
Let me see. Yo, please, bro. I need the money. Matt. Yo, please go check out the stream, bro.
Is that your channel?
Yeah.
What is it? Shiesty?
Yeah, go.
What is that? No, it's not.
Introducing T-Mobile 5G Home Internet. Now you can get 5G high-speed internet. No.
Let me see. Yo, please, bro. I need the money. Matt. Yo, please go check out the stream, bro.
Is that your channel?
Yeah.
What is it? Shiesty?
Yeah, go.
What is that? No, it's not.
Introducing T-Mobile 5G Home Internet. Now you can get 5G high-speed internet. No.
Let me see. Yo, please, bro. I need the money. Matt. Yo, please go check out the stream, bro.
Is that your channel?
Yeah.
What is it? Shiesty?
Yeah, go.
What is that? No, it's not.
Introducing T-Mobile 5G Home Internet. Now you can get 5G high-speed internet. No.
Let me see. Yo, please, bro. I need the money. Matt. Yo, please go check out the stream, bro.
Is that your channel?
Yeah.
What is it? Shiesty?
Yeah, go.
What is that? No, it's not.
Introducing T-Mobile 5G Home Internet. Now you can get 5G high-speed internet. No.
Let me see. please, bro, I need the money. Yeah, yo, please go check out. Please go check out. Where is it?
Introducing T-Mobile 5G Home Internet. Now you can get 5G high-speed internet.
Yo, please, bro, I need the money. Yo, please go check out. Please go check out. Where is it?
I'm just letting you know that, if we're following I'm supposed to. So that's why I don't have any money. But I do have Lysol. If you guys want to use the Lysol, like Tommy did, you guys are welcome. Okay? Alright, here we go. This is exactly it around how it's going to go in the hallway. It's just going to be you and I, and this is how the conversation is going to start. Hola. Buenos días.
That's all I know.
¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Muy bien, gracias. ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo. ¿Qué días hoy? Hoy es jueves. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Tengo 10. ¿Quién es tu mejor amigo? Tommy. ¿Cómo es Tommy? Tommy es. ¿Cuál es tu materia favorita? Mi materia favorita es. ¿Cuál es tu materia menos favorita? Mi materia favorita es historia. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? Mi número de teléfono es 7. ¿Qué mes es? What month are we in? ¿Qué tiempo hace? Hace frío. ¿De dónde eres? Soy de ¿Qué te gusta beber? Me gusta beber. I just threw in a few just to kind of get us talking and practice. Just threw a few. Right, so ¿qué te gusta beber? Me gusta beber agua, café. ¿Qué te gusta comer? Me gusta comer pizza. ¿Qué no te gusta comer? No me gusta comer brócoli. No me gusta brócoli. No me gusta wasabi. I don't like that. A lot of people, they do eat it with the sushi and they mix it with the sushi. I like sushi, but I don't like it. I like sushi with wasabi. Liz. Alright, ¿cómo eres? Please one sec. Soy. Oh, we're describing ourselves, and I just put this to describe other people. ¿Quién es cómico? Wait, is this supposed to be? True. I would say, Kate es cómica. ¿Quién es serio? Adam is serio? How about Adam is serio? ¿Quién es artístico? No, wait. Oh my God. What do you want? Tommy, you're not on your phone, right? No. Is your phone over there? No. Okay, put your phone over there. I'm going to take it away. You're not supposed to have your phone on your body. Alright? I should take that one away. ¿Quién es atlético? ¿Quién es atlético? Jake is atlético. ¿Quién es organizado? Olivia es organizada. ¿Quién es perezoso? Sean. Seanito. ¿Quién es simpático? Diana es simpática. ¿Quién es guapo? Xander es guapo. ¿Quién es alto? Exacto, ¿quién es bajo? Jake. Ajá. ¿Quién es pelirroja? ¿Cuántos años tienes? ¿Qué hora es?
Son las 9:20.
Alright, beautiful. I think you guys are ready. You guys are ready. Alright, chicos, we're gonna go over the last grammar concept in this lesson. We're gonna talk about comparatives. I don't have it. I'm sorry, I did not have time to put it in one note. Sorry about that. So you guys get paper. Okay. Yes.
Oh, shit, my bad.
Guys, today, Laura, Maddie, can you guys go to the homerooms? Yeah. One last time? Yeah.
Fuck, I don't have a pencil.
Today's the last day. Yeah.
You got an extra pencil? You got an extra pencil? You got an extra pencil? I'll give you $1 if you got an extra pencil.
Today is the last day to buy the candy grams. They will be delivered tomorrow.
Alright, I'm gonna buy you a tannygram, okay?
I want
If you want to buy a candy gram, you can do it right now in class.
Oh yeah, I got $1.
Alright, there you go.
Let's go, man.
That better go to me.
No, I'm not kidding. Thanks for the $1.
Bam. I was gonna give it to him anyways. He's my monkey. Hey, yo.
If you don't know the homeroom, just put your first and last name. I have a list. I can find everybody's. Does anybody else want to buy a candy gram right now?
Can you give one to Mr. Kramer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can send it to teacher. I think he would be happy to get that.
Nora, you should send a candy gram just Nora.
Yeah.
You should send a candy gram to Mr. Abel.
I should. I don't have $1 though. No, Mr. Rello.
Oh yeah.
Mr.
Oh
Rello.
my God.
Matt, are you actually sending
What?
a list of
I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I'm really
I put the message, I just put Merry Christmas.
What did it say? What did it say?
Merry Christmas.
You should have said Merry Christmas, Mario. Please give me an A.
I already have it on here. Wait, Miss Rara. I put it this way?
Yeah, anyone.
You put $1 in here.
Ow! Ow!
Yeah. Let's see the stream.
Bro,
What happened? Alright, chicos, this is the last concept, and then tomorrow we'll be talking about culture and doing your speaking exam. Alright, so the last thing we're learning in this unit is how to talk about comparisons, right? Comparisons in English. When we make comparisons, right? Comparatives are expressions used to compare two people or things. It's right there in your guided notes, right? Comparatives are expressions used to compare two people or things. In English, comparative adjectives are formed by adding the ER, right? Chicos, the ER does not exist in Spanish. What are some words that we use comparisons in English when we add the ER? For example, taller, better, smaller,
Stronger.
stronger, funnier,
Yeah, it's a word.
Faster.
funnier, faster,
Longer.
Quicker.
quicker,
Dumber.
Smarter.
shorter, sweeter,
Smarter.
taller, shorter, chubbier, skinnier.
Xander.
Oh. That's messed up.
Smarter. Alright, so we add a lot of ERs in English to make this. Stop. Okay, stop. So we're going to add the ER in English. We add the ER when we want to make a comparison that something is more than, less than, or equal. Okay? That's how we add the ER. But in English, I'm sorry, in Spanish, the ER does not exist. So the ER does not exist in Spanish. So far we're gonna learn how to say that something is more than and less than. Then we're gonna go to this stuff. We're gonna learn how to say that something is better, worse, younger, older. We're gonna learn how to say that something is equal. And then we're gonna learn how to say that something is as much or as many. So let's start with the first two. Frank, we're not in the computers right now. We're not computers. We're not using any computers. Math. Computers. The following phrases with okay, so because the ER does not exist in Spanish, we're going to learn how to say more than and less than. This is how we would use more than and less than. So let's say I'm going to compare myself to Jake. Jake is taller than Mrs. Farrell. So I'm going to say Jake, right, is taller than Mrs. Farrell. Okay? So in English, we use the ER, here we go, the ER to make comparisons when something is more than, less than, or equal. Okay? So in Spanish, we would say Jake is más alto que Mrs. Farrell. So here is the formula that you guys have to use. This is to say that something is more than. You have to know that. That will be on your test and your homework. Okay? So it's más, and then my adjective que. The adjective has to match the person, right? Masculine singular, masculine singular. I could do it the other way around. I can say Mrs. Farrell is shorter than Jake, right? So I would say Mrs. Farrell is shorter than Jake, right? Here is the comparison, the ER. In Spanish, I would say Mrs. Farrell is menos alta que Jake. Okay? So here's our formula. It's less than, sorry, right? And this has to match the first one. Okay, to say that something is more than or less than. Okay? So I'm going to show you guys some pictures. So you're just using more than and less than, think about all the words in English that we add in ER to make comparison. Let's compare two pictures here. Here we go. Who is taller?
Derek.
Yeah, so Derek Rose is shorter?
Yeah. In my heart, he's
so
taller.
Derek Rose is menos
I said in my heart.
alto que Carmelo, right? So we're saying Derek Rose is shorter than Carmelo, right? Who's the better athlete?
Derek.
Derek Rose. Okay, so Derek Rose is más atlético, more athletic than Carmelo. Is that safe to say? Yeah. Okay.
In prime wise.
All right. Who's the better artist? Adele. So say Taylor Swift is menos artística que Adele, right? So Taylor Swift is less artistic than Adele. Who's taller? Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is más alta que Adele, right? So here's where I'm using, right? Más alta, this means taller, right? And alta has to match Taylor Swift. We're talking about her. Okay? Alright, so using more than and less than, any adjectives. Who's the better athlete here?
LeBron James.
What? LeBron.
LeBron's better all time.
Yes,
LeBron's
he
number
is.
two.
He couldn't exist all time.
LeBron is better than Kobe. I'm sorry.
My
Bro,
adjective.
even Kobe said it himself.
Right, so what adjective? Who's the better athlete?
LeBron. LeBron all time.
So it's menos
Bro, you.
atlético. Alright, so I would say LeBron James is less athletic than Kobe Bryant. Who's taller? LeBron James is más alto que Kobe Bryant.
Bro, if you had one pick, LeBron or Kobe, I'm picking LeBron. Trade me.
Don't tell me LeBron James is better than
Yes, he
LeBron
is.
better.
Bro, are you?
Alright,
Yes. Check the stats.
who is funnier?
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster es más cómico que Big Bird. So he is funnier than Big Bird.
Kobe's good, but he's not top 3.
Big Bird.
LeBron's compared to top 3.
He's compared to Jordan.
Menos
Yeah.
alto.
Kobe's the only. He's the closest.
Who's the
Probably.
clear one?
Cookie Monster.
Okay, so Cookie Monster is más bonito. That's her word. Bonito.
Scary.
Right? He's a cuter one?
If I saw a big mirror, I'd cry.
Okay, beautiful. Alright, so we learned how to say when something is more than and less than, and we use the ER. Alright, so you have to say more, right? Más, more, and your adjective que to say more than or less than. Okay? Now let's talk about this one. When we want to say, right, in English we don't use the words gooder, right? That's grammatically correct. We don't say badder, funner. Do we say fun?
Yeah. I'm fine.
Difficulter? You are funner?
Yeah.
Alright, so we do not use those in English, so we're gonna use some exception to the rules, right? So when we wanna say that something is better, we're not gonna use the word bueno when making comparison, we're gonna use mejor. These are on the bottom of your guided notes, right here, so let's go ahead and fill those in, okay?
What about the box above that?
We'll get there, okay?
Bitch, come
Alright,
on.
when we wanna say that something is bad, we're not gonna use malo, we're gonna use peor to say that something is worse. When we wanna say that somebody is younger, instead of using the word joven, even though joven means younger, but when we're making comparisons, we're gonna use menor, younger. When we wanna say that somebody's older, instead of saying viejo, which does mean older, but when we're making comparisons, we have to say mayor, older. And notice that these two are your vocab words, menor and mayor. Okay? So when we want to say that something is better, we're going to use mejor. Something is worse, peor. Younger, menor. Older, mayor. Okay? And how we're going to use those? Here are some examples. How many of you agree with this? Taco Bell is peor que Subway. Taco Bell is worse than Subway?
Yeah.
How would you decide?
Somebody's ghetto. Yes.
That's how we use those. Okay? This is how you use those. You're gonna plug one of these in and put in to say that Taco Bell is worse than Subway. Is this true?
Yes. Talk about.
Or should we say Subway is peor?
No.
No.
Okay. How about this one?
Subway is so good.
Burger King is better than
No, not at all.
You guys don't like a good Whopper?
Burger King is good.
No.
Both of them are trying to be
They have
better,
the
but
worst price.
Burger King, their chicken nuggets are soggy. Yeah. Only go to Wendy's for nuggets.
Alright, so Burger King is better than McDonald's?
No.
Okay, so then we can say McDonald's is mejor, is better.
Yeah.
Burger King, okay. Here's another one how we could use yo soy mayor que mi hermana. I am older than my sister, or I can say yo soy menor que mi hermana. I am younger than my sister. Remember, guys, with these two, when we're saying more than or less than the ER, we have to put an adjective. Más, adjective, que. Here's your formula. Forget that. You're gonna have to do this. Okay? But when we're doing using these four, we're using mayor que. So it would be mejor que, peor que, menor que, mayor que. So just using either these four or these two, let's look at some pictures and make some comparisons in Spanish. Okay? Here we go. How would we compare these two people?
athletic and non-athletic.
What?
Baby's more athletic?
No, the old man
The
is.
baby can't even walk.
That's I said the old man.
Right? Can we say el bebé es menor que el hombre? The baby is younger than the man?
Yeah.
Or we can do it the other way around.
Birth certificate
The
first.
man is older than the baby. Right? Alright. Using this and this. First of all, who's the better artist? Rihanna.
Yeah.
So I can say Rihanna
Actually,
is
they're even.
mejor.
They're like even.
So Rihanna is better than Beyonce. Who's older?
I don't know.
Okay, so she's younger, right? Rihanna is menor que Beyonce. All right. Who's the better? Who's more artistic? Rihanna is. Now I'm gonna use the one over here. Is más, my adjective, artística que Beyonce. So she's a better artist. Who's taller? Beyonce. Beyonce. Okay, so she's shorter. So I'm gonna say Rihanna is menos alta. There's my adjective. Que Beyonce. Right? For these ones, we have to use an adjective. For these ones, it's just like that. Okay? Beautiful. All right. Which is the better restaurant?
Actually, no. Somebody takes the cake.
They're both like equally bad.
Subway is mejor. Better than Pizza Hut? No? So we say es peor is worse. So I'm gonna say Subway is worse than Pizza Hut?
You can't really compare them because one of them is a sandwich place, one of them is a
Well, if I'm gonna go to a sandwich place, I'd rather go to Jimmy John's.
Facts. That's facts.
Right?
Yeah.
Jimmy John's, and I get
Jimmy John's is better than Bruh, and their chocolate chip cookies with a side of a drink and a high five, and you get free spells.
Naughty.
Right, so then which one would be better? Jimmy John's or Jersey Mike's?
I don't know.
Alright, let's make a comparison with these two people.
Justin, 99, almost 100. Not funny. Not funny.
Justin Bieber, 100%.
On God, I think I'm gonna have to go with Justin. Betty.
I love her. She died 2 days before her birthday.
I thought it was like a week.
Justin Bieber is living my life.
Bro.
Yeah, she went into a new life existence. So she went into the afterlife. She died. Huh? Bro, can we pick up a reboot card?
I love Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
We can say Justin Bieber is younger, right? Justin Bieber is menor.
I guess he found his speakers back in Georgia. Ooh, that ain't shit. He's gay.
Alright, now let's talk about
Justin,
let's go
he
to
came out
this
gay
box.
yesterday.
We got 2 more boxes to go. Let's talk about when something is equal.
Yeah.
Okay? So now we're talking about the third box, the first third one. Right out there, equal. And the way we would write it there in English, right there, right, when we want to say
Oh, I got my mind.
time, adjective, como. In English, it would be as, blank, as.
Oh.
Okay? So she is as tall as I am. She is as short as I am. She is as smart as I am. So when we're talking about that something is equal, we're going to use this formula. Okay? For example, let's go ahead and say that these 2 girls are equal. Here we go.
Britney Spears and Jessica. I don't even know what that is.
Blonde as Britney Spears. So I would say Jessica Simpson es tan rubia como. Alright, so there's my formula to say that something is equal. Let's say that they're both artistically equal. Es tan artística como Britney Spears. Do you guys know who Jessica Simpson is?
No.
She has not written music in like 20 years. I don't
Britney
know why.
Spears, but yeah, she's loaded though.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Who do you guys think is older? Jessica Simpson is mayor. She's older, right? Mayor. Who do you guys think sings better?
Britney Spears.
I'm going with Jessica, even though I've never heard one.
Sing. It's so old. I can't even think of a song that she sings. Who's the better artist?
Britney Spears.
Better dancer?
Britney Spears.
Frank has an obsession with Britney Spears.
Alright, equally. Are these two equally?
No.
Height? Yeah, sure.
Well, thank
He
you.
was like 6'7".
You ever go to Big Shack's? Big Chicken.
How close now?
Pretty much like 7'4".
Who?
Okay, can I
Shaq.
say
7'4".
LeBron
6'9",
James
7'.
is as
6'10",
athletic
like 6'10", 6'11".
6'10" or 7.
I'm gonna guess 6'6".
I think he's 6'11.
Shaq, big Shaq.
Wow.
Bro.
LeBron James is
as
taller.
closer.
No, LeBron James is taller.
LeBron James.
LeBron was taller than him.
Who's the better basketball?
LeBron James.
LeBron,
James?
LeBron James.
technically.
So I can say LeBron James is
He is better.
mejor,
I don't pay
better.
attention to basketball.
Yeah, but Shaq's bald, so.
Alright, so he's
Oh, for
better,
sure.
the better
Hey, but
basketball
LeBron
player?
has a headband on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's bald,
Yeah,
so.
but you don't mess with LeBron as a mask.
Alright.
And he played with
Who's
Kobe.
the better
So.
actor?
What the fuck? Who are you acting?
Taylor?
Robert Pattinson, because he's
I don't know any of these.
Anthony's hotter.
Is it?
Yes.
Mejor, okay, so Taylor is better.
Bro, he kind of looks like Tom Brady.
Or, Olivia
I don't know. I don't know who these people are.
Más guapo.
Bonita.
Alright? So notice this, guys. If I'm saying that he's better, I'm gonna use mejor que, right? If I wanna say he's better looking, más guapo que Robert. No? Who's the better looking, chicas?
I don't want to answer that.
How about they're equally?
No.
Well, like the fact, like,
Okay. The last one, and it's on your chart here, is the last one.
Oh.
Can you guys write on there that we're gonna use this one when we're trying to count something? Like, you have as much money as I do. Nora has as much homework as Olivia. Jake has as many cars as Alex. So when we're trying to count something, tanto is the second box, tanto, that's our last one. When we're trying to count something, but it's equal, right? So for example, and this one has the 4 forms. Let me go back to the 4 forms. Here we go. So if we're comparing that something is countable, then there are choices. Since most things in Spanish agree, we have 4 choices. So for this one, we have the 4 choices. Tanto for singular masculine, tanta singular feminine noun, tantos plural masculine nouns, tantas plural feminine nouns. So this one has the 4 forms. This is how we use this one. Yo tengo tantos perros como yo. I have as many dogs as he does. It's exactly the same. We have the same amount of dogs. Or we could say yo tengo. Which one would we put in here? It has to match the noun. Right here. Which one? One of these 4? Tanta. What? Tanta has to match tarea, singular, feminine, singular, and then here's como. So this means I have as much homework as Paco.
That's cat. You got more books.
So it means that he has more homework?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Man's got like 17 books.
Okay.
At least.
Alright, they spend as much money as I do. Which one are we gonna use?
The right one.
What?
I like that money more.
Tanto. Beautiful.
Oh shit. Yeah,
Tanto. Singular masculine, the word singular masculine. They spend as much money as I do. Okay?
that's at least like 4 days.
Okay. Alright, so it's important to remember, guys, we went over when we want to say that something is more than or less than, we want to add the ER in English. We talked about how to make a comparison when we want to say something's better, worse, younger, older. When we want to say something is equal, something that is equal, but we count it. Okay? So for tonight, in your workbook, we are doing workbook pages 128 and 129 using comparisons. Okay? And
I get my man something shorter. He is cute. He looks like a monkey. He flies. Yeah, he is cool. Fuck him in the backseat. Yeah, it is. I like to fuck him in the backseat. Yeah. Matt look like a gay head, motherfucker. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. He is so gay, yeah. Draw a line from the word that lets put the right comment. Guys, I'm back. What's up, stream? Yo, chat, help me out answer these questions. Yo, chat, can you guys help me out answer these questions? I really need your help. Yo, shout out to Honey Warm Water, bruh. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you more than I appreciate anyone else. Uh-oh. I gotta end the stream, guys. I'll tune in an hour. I'm going to gym class. Actually, you know what? Let's just keep streaming. Yeah, I mean, I did it yesterday.
We don't need to assemble, like, we don't need to do anything today. We have the assembling of the tomorrow.